If you enjoyed the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, I've got some good news for you. Captain Jack Sparrow is back with a brand new adventure. Now, yt3d takes you behind the scenes of Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides.
So I'm here on the set of Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, and with me now is the producer of the movie, Jerry Bruckheimer. Jerry, great to see you.
Great to be here, Mark.
Thank you for giving me access to this. This is the greatest theme park imaginable, a real movie set, one of the best franchises in movie history.
This is fantastic. Here we are in 1700s here in
It's a
in
long
London,
time ago, years ago.
All authentic, beautiful
All I
buildings.
know is no iPods and no cars. That's what I can spot.
That's for sure. And no people other than us.
Now, there's a lot of excitement about the fourth installment of this franchise, but one of the big stories is that it's in 3D. So can you tell me about the challenges for the filmmakers and the cast and everybody else bringing the thing into 3 dimensions?
Well, I mean, after Avatar, everybody got very excited about what 3D can do. Avatar was mostly filmed on a stage, where this is the first big production to come out that's actually filmed outdoors and in jungles and in streets like this. And you know, it's much more difficult when you have the elements, when you have rain and you have fog and you have, now it's a little chilly here. So it's challenging, but you know what? It's going to be really worth it.
This is the first live-action motion picture that you've made in 3D. So did you have concerns at the beginning, or did you kind of just think, no, we've got to do this?
No, we had to do it. I mean, you know, our cinematographer, Darius Walski, I mean, did an enormous amount of research on this, talked to everybody who did it, and you know, found the best cameras, best technicians, and figured out a way we can shoot the entire movie in 3D. So this is not going to be reprocessed. This is actually live in the camera.
Apart from the visual magnificence of 3D, what is it about this technology that really helps you and your colleagues to tell the story?
Well, it's immersive. In other words, you're sitting in a theater and you're part of the movie. The movie comes right out to you. So you're sitting in there with the characters. You'll be part of Captain Jack and his whole escapades. Can
you tell me a little bit about where we are, Jerry? Because it's about 200 years ago, let's not split hairs,
right.
But it's a couple of centuries ago, and we're in London?
We're in London, we're by the docks.
Okay.
And we have a nice little carriage chase here that ends up at the captain's daughter here. And we have a pivotal scene at the beginning of the movie here where it kind of lays out what's in store for you.
To what extent has the fact that the movie's in 3D shaped the nature of the script, the nature of the process of you know, telling this story?
Well, you know, it's more of a challenge for the cinematographer. You know, what things you put in foreground, what things you put in background, because they become very vivid. You know, what things come at the camera. So we can do a lot more fun where we can actually immerse the audience and bring swords and all kinds of fun things into the audience.
When it comes to the technology that's available, I mean, miracles can be worked with the right camera and all of the other technology. But to what extent do you still need to focus on the core aspects of character and story and aspects like that? Because there's probably a danger that the technology can be the tail that wags the dog if you're not careful.
No, it's always about story and character. You know, that's why your screenwriters are the ones that are the most important thing at the beginning of a movie or any movie, because you have to have a great script with great characters, great themes, and great plots.
What do you think audiences can expect from this latest installment?
I think, you know, it's a continuation of Jack's escapades. This time he's looking for the Fountain of Youth, and there's a little romance and, of course, the humor and a lot of wonderful action.
What are the challenges of sustaining the interest in a story like Jack Sparrow's? It's been a massive, huge success. The appetite for it seems insatiable. But that's not an accident. That's a lot of ingenuity. Involved in everybody.
Again, it comes from the writer's mind, you know, it comes from writers and terrific directors. And you know, we have a new director, Rob Marshall. He did, you know, 9 and Memoirs of a Geisha in Chicago. The production designer who did this, John Meyer, has won 2 Academy Awards. So the production design is flawless and exciting and vivid and has enormous imagination, so that propels the series even further into the imagination of the audience.
I suppose the challenge is it's people enjoy the previous movies and they like the familiarity, but yet you also have to stay ahead of the game and bring them something new. That's a bit of a balancing act, isn't it?
Well, always, always, and that's why, Johnny Depp is such a brilliant actor, because he always gives you something fresh and something unique, and he knows how to modulate his character. And this time he was a big part of the script process. He actually helped us in story and character. He created some characters other than his own. He's very giving and generous with his imagination.
Can you tell me about some new faces that are appearing in this 4th installment?
Well, we have a Brit named Sam Gafflin, who's a young actor who just graduated from one of the acting schools here, one of the more prestigious ones. And we have a young actress named Astrid Frisbane, who is a gorgeous young French girl.
Now, you've had unadulterated success in your career, but every new project is a gamble, isn't it?
Yes.
Whatever way you look at it. And even Pirates of the Caribbean, on paper, it's going to be a hit. But did you have any idea that it would have such longevity?
Never, and we want to keep the longevity, so we added Penelope Cruz, and Ian McShane. So that kind of adds to the longevity. When you have really wonderful actors, you're always going to come out on top.
Well, Jerry, I think there's a carriage due to take me home very, very soon.
That's too
It's a
bad.
couple of minutes, yeah.
Okay.
And meter goes, it gets expensive, so I better jump in. But thanks so much for having us. It's been great to meet you.
I appreciate it. Nice to meet you. Thanks for doing this.
My thanks to the Hollywood titan that is Jerry Bruckheimer. And now it gives me huge pride and excitement to introduce a first exclusive look at the trailer for Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides in 3D.
Death lies before us as we sail to the fountain of youth.
You could guide an expedition. You are Jack Sparrow.
There should be a captain in there somewhere. I hear a rumor. Jack Sparrow's in London, hell-bent to find the fountain of youth.
Don't be a fool, Jackie. The fountain will test you.
Was that really necessary? Gentlemen, the fountain is the prize. Mermaid waters, that's be our path.
Steady as she goes.
What's your play, Jack? I thought I should give you warning. We're taking the ship. Nothing personal.
Sparrow, ven aquí o te arranco la cabeza.
You might be better off. You just... Stay out of it. There'll be dangers along the way. Firstly, mermaids, zombies, Blackbeard, the pirate all pirates fear.
If I do not make it to the fountain, neither will you. Is that it?
I think so. It has begun again! Are we not king's men?
How is it we can never meet without you pointing something at me?
There's the Jack I know. Fight to the bitter end! You know that feeling you get when you're standing in a high place? Sudden urge to jump? I don't have it. Did everyone see that? Because I will not be doing it again.
Tomorrow, a spectacular classical concert from Berlin, as world-famous Chinese pianist Lang Lang performs pieces from Beethoven, Chopin and Prokofiev. Tomorrow night at 9, here on Sky 3D.